to my new and old subscribers, my TikTok family. If it wasn't for you guys, it wouldn't be possible. Look, look, we're not going to spend too long talking about this, but I want to bring things up that, have helped me through my process of ascension. And, it's only things that I believe in. I wouldn't be on here talking about things I don't believe in. So, that being said, members, bear with me. You know what I'm saying? I got a lot of stuff going on. You see all the channels I have going on, and I'm just getting a routine with things while also my son's wanting to stay up all night and get up early. So I'm having to have some parental conversations with him about making sure that he gets enough sleep at night, because otherwise, these kids that get greedy, man. They want to be up all night and then get up early and have the entire day to themselves, not knowing that once you get up, son, I got to start feeding you. I ain't trying to, you know what I'm saying? Come on, man. How we gonna be getting up at the same time, bro? Y'all work something out, you know what I'm saying? And we worked it out. I'll start going to bed early at night, giving my son his time alone to do what he wants to do at night on his game with his headset, whatever they do. And then my time is in the AM. Okay. We have to split this up. We had to negotiate this. He's okay with it. He has no choice. You know what I'm saying? And because you can't have it both ways. You can't be up late. I was like, boy, you're gonna be short, man. You're gonna be short like your dad. Listen, once you're 6'1" and up, go to sleep. Sleep at night. Okay. So that being said, look, y'all. I've been doing this for like a month, but I want to talk about your superpowers, right? You've ascended and you have, new powers, and probably these powers were dormant before or there, but we're not running around here trying to hone these powers. We're too busy trying to pay bills and stuff. So, um, we're talking about scripting, okay? Now, a lot of people, who cares what anybody else thinks? Look, I've been doing this for like a month, okay? So if you've noticed in a month, the past month, things have changed. I've been scripting. I've been scripting. So, I wanted to make sure I waited until after I had some real results. And you can see the results. You see the views going up on all my channels. You see you're trying to pick up some views, and I don't even do things for this channel to pick up any views. I've already told you this is the channel I use to promote the rest of my channels and stuff like that. But with the scripting I've been doing, I do the 369 method, and see, I'm not here to gatekeep. So I'm not gonna, like, a lot of people gatekeep information, and they just like make it seem like they're just, oh, like, come on, man, share the information. I want everybody else to, and I like to make sure I give you proof before or during, or bring something up and then show you. But I'm bringing the scripting thing up because it's been working. You know, like, I'll get downloads, specific to what I asked for. And when you're tuned in, you're tapped in, you pay attention to the small things, like the real subtle. That's how your higher self speaks to you. It can't let you. It never does. You know, your higher self never yells at you or nothing like that. It's this real little, what I'm saying, covert. You got to pick up on little things type of stuff. And that's what I've been doing for like the past month. And if you've noticed, I've gotten like 4 channels up. All 4 channels have their own content going on. I'm still doing TikTok. I'm also posting on Facebook. All these ideas came from downloads after scripting. And if I don't script, then I'll kind of, whatever I've been honing in on, if I miss it, I mess it up, then, it kind of throws it off a little bit. But you know how I do everything on a schedule. Like, I get up at 3, I meditate and pray for a certain amount of time, then I work out for a certain amount of time, and then I start making content. I have a certain order I go in when I do that, but I got all this information from my higher self, and it's just picking up on the subtle things. It's like when I started scripting, I'm thinking that, see, here's a problem. It manifests in like a logical type of way because you're thinking logically and you're expecting for it to do that. You're not expecting for crazy miracles to happen. If you were expecting crazy miracles to happen, they probably would. So your manifestations, at least for me right now, because I need to put my mindset in the mind. Ooh, what is that? That big pile of crap? Bennett. You know what I'm saying? I got to put my mindset in the, big goal accomplishment type of thing where I'm not putting myself in like a box so that, my magic can manifest however it needs to without, me trying to put a limit on it by trying to imagine how it's going to come into my reality. I got to stop doing that kind of stuff, limiting myself, but it's still going to manifest itself. So, it'll manifest in like a very subtle, like a little nudge, like a little, when you see it, you'll kind of feel some type of way, and you're like, or when you think about it, or when you hear it in a song, or when something stands out when people are talking, it's just like one little part of it just stands out, like a snippet of it stands out. Like that is your higher self, that is universe, that is God talking to you and helping you, nudging you, helping you get aligned. You know what I'm saying? And that's really what I pay attention to nowadays. That's why I like my isolation, so I can take a certain part of the day and get all the downloads and nudges I need and then go about my day. And also, during meditation, when you're meditating, it keeps your mind, focused and calm. So that way you don't, get spiritually attacked all day or have goofballs messing with you and it knock you off from paying attention to the nudges. But let's get to the meat and potatoes. Look, I do 369. Okay. I don't know. I mean, there's other ways to do scripting. You can look it up. 369. I like doing 369 a lot. You know what I'm saying? Master number 33. So three is very important to me. So I like to do 369. So this kind of way of scripting, I do it. It's just I do three in the morning, write down whatever I want, and then in the afternoon, I write it down 6 times, and that night before I go to bed, I write it down 9 times. Right? You're controlling your subconscious. You're giving it what it needs. You're directing it. You're not allowing the different things that happen during the day and what people say and things of that nature and the social construct to subconsciously program you. You're programming yourself. You have to program yourself, because if you don't program yourself, something else is going to program you. So you have to be letting your subconscious know, because it's running at all times, taking in stuff. So if you're programming it, whatever you wrote down, right? Like I'll write down something like some great new ideas for my YouTube channels, right? So I wrote that down 3 times in the AM. That was like earlier this month, and I do this. I think it was do it for 9 days, but what I do is I continue to do it. So after 9 days, I'll switch over to something else. Like, hey, I want to be the fittest I can be. What'll happen is it's not going to be like you rise and like it's going to be in your hand. No, God's going to give you different ideas of how to work out. God's going to give you energy, uh this energy out of nowhere to get up, and you're going to feel the need to go outside and go in nature or something like that. That's how it's going to work. That's how it manifests itself, because we're not programming ourselves to believe in miracles just yet. So until we get to that level, we're just, yeah, I'm telling you guys, I'm slowly walking you into this. I don't want you to get overwhelmed and not believe in magic, because they can call it magic, they can call it your imagination, but your mind is everything. Everything starts there, and through your mind, you can be anything. So they can downplay it all they want to, but we know how important it is to feed your mind and to sculpt your mind the way you want it to work. Your access to other realms and dimensions, and your access to your higher self. So it's very important what you say, what you watch, what you tell yourself. Listen, y'all wonder why y'all think it's like luck. I am very disciplined. I do stuff every day. Like, you know what I'm saying? I make sure I'm on my skincare stuff, making sure I'm showering 3, 4 times a day. I'm working out like I need to. Writing out my, scripts for my different videos I post up for my different channels, the scripting I need to do for whatever I want for manifestations, getting the groceries, cooking, whatnot. I'm very strict with my scheduling, y'all. Like, if I wake up 2 hours late, that'll throw off my entire day. So I'll end up making content late, like today or whatever. Like, it's very important for me to stick to my schedule, stay disciplined, and scripting. I'm telling you, when you start scripting as you're writing, you're thinking, because your imagination is your portal to the other realms, remember? So you're writing and you're thinking about, you're seeing yourself there, right? So when I'm writing it down, I need ideas for YouTube or whatever. I'm thinking about my channels. I'm thinking about coming up with as I'm writing, seeing it, like imagining it, like, happening, and I'm there. And then not even needing to go to bed, you just start getting ideas for you'll start getting ideas. Well, I could do this with this channel. Well, I could do this other channel. And if you look at the past month, look how I moved. You can tell I got like 4 channels, and these ideas were coming, and I didn't fight it. I wasn't expecting. What I've been doing here recently is stop putting expectations on things. Like, just Just put it out there, in the ether, and then let it manifest itself however, my higher self deems I'm ready to handle. You know what I'm saying? That's the best way to phrase it. Because if I was where I needed to be, where I believe in all kind of magic, hitting the lottery and everything like I need to be, and getting out, what's going on, and getting outside the house, you know what I'm saying? Like I need to be doing, which I'm doing now, because I've been getting all these nudges. Because listen, God can manifest things while you're in hermit mode, and you go through that for a reason, and things will happen for you while you're there. But when God's ready for you during your ascension and come out of hermit mode, you're not going to barely get anything to manifest. You're going to know, I got to do something else. Like he's not gonna let you manifest much or like you want to while still being in hermit mode. And he knows, and your higher self, you know what I'm saying, which is God, you know that it's time for you to, come out of hermit mode, um, move on, spread your light and interact with people so that things can manifest through your interactions outside of your safety net of home, because you already know that through hermit mode, that you knew by going into hermit mode and going into isolation from everybody else, true growth can't come until you take yourself outside of your comfort zone. So now that you done gotten comfortable in hermit mode, you got to once again take yourself outside of your comfort zone. So that's what I'm doing, getting out, going out at night, not trying to do too much. Couple weekends, I was out, I was acting like I was back in it. You know what I mean? And I'm telling you, when you roll solo bolo, I should have been doing this all my life. But anyway, I'm slowing it down on that. I'm gonna do a lot of content. What I've thought about doing, I'm not gonna say. I'll wait till I start posting it, and then that way my copycat haters can, copy me at that point. Not doing it before I get a chance to do it based off of what I said I'm going to do. You know, that's my intuition, higher self telling me to shut my mouth. But again, you guys, I'm telling you the 369, I believe in it. I've been doing it, and the way that these ideas, I mean, 'cause I need things to speed up. See, when you want things to speed along and you're trying to hurry up and get some things going so you can put your mind on other things, which I'm going to be doing the scripting thing. Everything I do is with intent. Before I go to bed, I do certain things, and I make sure I pray about certain things, and I make sure I pray to remember my dreams. I move with intent. It's all about having this life you have here and moving with intent. Because whether you know it or not, your soul, you can either control your soul, or you can let the powers that be or whatever control your soul for you, with all these different social constructs all day long with work and, getting in traffic and low vibrational people you have to interact with on the daily, which causes you not to be able to focus, which stops you from being able to connect with your higher self, which has you out here being influenced and thinking that the influence from outside of you is the best way to move, and it's not. It's not. So, your mind is clouded and fogged over, thinking that you need to listen to outside influences like the things around you that you're looking at and the people you're talking to, when really you need to be navigating and moving from, what I'm saying, the inside of you, right? That inner self, your soul, the God in you, your connection to your higher self. I'm not trying to sound too far out there right now, you guys. I'm just super enlightened right now. And I want to get us all thinking this kind of way, because once I speak it to my soul tribe, which is connected to me, which is vibing with me easily, then it will unlock. You have the key, and you'll unlock that in your, subconscious, in your mind, and you'll be like, oh, that makes sense. And you'll start thinking differently. And then you might start scripting, and then you'll come up. And remember this, I'm just planting a seed. The whole thing I realize it's about is doing it your way, right? Like we're all different portions having a human experience here learning, right? So if we're here to learn, then let's all, get the base for whatever we need, but then learn to make it work for our individual soul experience, which means you cannot be copying what someone told you and someone told them and someone told them. No, you need to be focusing on making things work for yourself. So get the information you need as a base, and then work on elevating your own soul, right? Which is connecting yourself with your higher self being God, right? That's the whole thing here. That's what the ascension is about. You guys want to know why I'm happy every day, and I can't see a negative day or be mad at anybody, because I'm connected to my higher self. I know that we're all connected. I know that this is just a life experience, and when I leave this experience, I'm gonna have some other kind of experience. The same way before I got here, I know I existed. I existed before I got here. The portal of my mother is a portal into the. the way things work, it has to manifest in a way that your mind, that our minds as humans can handle. That's what we come through in the portal of our mothers and not through just like a opening in the sky. You know what I'm saying? Look, it's a lot to it, but you guys, listen, we're already ascending. I'm just trying to make sure that we're using our ascension powers and directing our own power, the power of our mind, right? Like, so you're busy all day, but if you're scripting and you're doing that and you're doing it with intent and you're thinking about it, I'm telling you, ideas are going to start popping up in your head throughout the day. And you're going to be like, oh man, look, where this idea come from? Da, da, da. Those are downloads from you connecting with your higher self, scripting, giving, you know what I'm saying, your higher self a tether to be able to connect directly with you through that scripting and give you some ideas. Just pop up. It'll be throughout the day. It ain't gotta be while you're sleeping. But just like right now, I'm in my comfort zone of being inside the house in hermit mode. Um, it was hard at first, but once I just started going out, I'm gonna tell you what I had to start doing. I needed an oil change and doing laundry with these huge quilts and stuff. I'm not gonna mess up my machine and stuff like that. I started going out. Then I'm like, I want to pick a gym, and then, I just started just going out and doing stuff. But it's definitely outside the comfort zone because But then I think about how I was comfortable being in a marriage that sucked in a townhouse, and all this and that, and then I had to be homeless for a while with my dad. So see on my dad, and then how much that sucked, you know, up until well, I didn't think about that time how it sucked, right? And I got comfortable with my dad's and had to move in my own place, and then, but I had to move away from where I was at. So, you're constantly moving and constantly transitioning, so you shouldn't never get comfortable or want to be stuck in a comfort zone, right? We want to be in a place where we're outside of our comfort zones, and outside the comfort zones will always influence change. Going on. And outside of our comfort zones will always, allow growth to happen. Now, I'm not telling you to do anything that's going to put your life in jeopardy. I'm not telling you to do anything crazy like going out there and sleeping with a bunch of people like some idiot. No, no, no. I'm saying like, take yourself out of your comfort zones within reason, that's not going to put your life and your health in any kind of jeopardy. So just, morally sound, you know, think outside of your comfort zone. That's all. And so as I'm going out, I did a little bit too much of the weekends and I was, out too late, stuff like that. But I'll like, what I'm saying, slow myself down. But I did not know that women right now are going to be so greeting. They're greeting and they're warm and they just want to touch me and stuff like that and grab my butt. I don't know what's going on with these women grabbing butts, man. But look, to let God, our higher self, speak to us, give us direction. We're not going to fight it, thinking that we know better. We don't know better. That's why we're connecting to our higher selves. If we knew better, we'd do better. We don't know shit. You know what I'm saying? So we need to connect to our higher selves, God, and get the downloads we need. And it ain't like God's telling us you're gonna be a saint and you'll never have a woman. No, 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 no. God's telling you got the best kind of woman. I got her coming your way. Just hold out, player, hold out. Use that seed of life towards something, to building something and getting closer to yourself. And I'm telling you, anytime that you need to be out here, let's just say making love or doing drugs or anything that you need to escape your reality. You know what I'm saying? You're not getting closer to God. That's the way it is. Oh, though, you know what I'm saying? They're drunk with their girls. These chicks gonna be grabbing your butt, man. I ain't gonna lie to you, Mike. You just know it, cause I wear fitting clothes. So it is what it is, right? I feel like a piece of meat, but I likes it. Now I'm just playing, what I mean? It's just women being women, man. They just be talking their junk, you know what I mean? You just slide by them, and they get a little feel on. It is what it is. But we're talking about the club setting. In no other setting that makes you feel uncomfortable. You know what I mean? But look, y'all, I don't want to hold y'all too long. We're at 20 minutes. But definitely, definitely start scripting, man. 369. There's other ways to script. You not do 369. I think there's some way you can do it just one time a day or whatever. You can do that. We'll talk about other ways of manifestation, like, through your imagination. I don't know anything. I don't do rituals and stuff like that, right? I'm just a prayer warrior or whatever. Like that's the way I speak to God. So, you do whatever works for your culture, however it works for your culture. But with me, it's about the imagination, and my imagination is very strong. My mind is so just like online. When people try to press upon me, their um, perception of me and perspective of me, my mind is so strong. It's like you don't know me, person. You know. As a matter of fact, what we should be thinking about is why do you feel the need to say anything to me about what I have going on? Why have you been watching me that long? See, you start thinking about stuff the right kind of way. It's in the right perspective because when you don't think for yourself, you start thinking like the sheep. And when you're thinking like the sheep, you start letting, wicked people ask you questions that's none of their business in order just to get in your head, right? We're not letting idiot, low IQ people do that anymore. You know what I'm saying? Idiotic, I mean, low IQ people do that anymore. So, we're on our mission, a strong tool to use to help guide yourself and move with intention. And it's just 369. See, listen, a lot of y'all need to expand your minds because what do you think, clocking in out of work and signing stuff on your time script, your time sheets and all this, that's scripting, man. They're scripting you. You're doing what the system wants you to do and scripting yourself. Why not script yourself for yourself? Why not start thinking for yourself? If you're doing the same dead end stuff over and over and over every year, why not try something different? It's about, taking, your autonomy back, man. You're trying to be a sovereign being. We're not about, going along with the shit. God wouldn't have us all, individuals if we're supposed to all look the same, move the same, and try to act the same. Where is this ideal person that we're supposed to all be trying to act like? There isn't one. Everybody has their own perspective of the kind of people they want around them. And if you go against that, who knows what the reason is? It could be just the way that you do your hair could cause them to feel some type of way. We don't have time to be thinking about that kind of stuff. We have, businesses to be building, empires to be making, possibly families to be making. So, I'm just telling you, move a little bit of intent, 369, and don't use this to manifest a person. Like I'm telling you, you will get some kind of weird karma if you're writing down some. That's not going to work. Definitely don't try to do it to me, because if some random person pops up in my head, I know what's going on. I don't even think about women like that. I can't think about women like that and be celibate. That be looking too good. You know what I'm saying? So, what I mean? Don't do that kind of stuff. But as far as like manifesting, like you want to be fit, you know what I'm saying? Just start, writing down, I want a good gym regimen or a fitness regimen, or I'm trying to be at this, I want to be at this weight, whatever. And God will give you the information you need to get you where you need to be at if you pay attention to the subtle hints and cues. And, what I'm saying? You'll pick up and like, oh, okay, that's what I need. Oh, okay. Downloads. That's what it is. I got to get on two or three other channels and go live. So you know how I do. But I wanted to start on this one, the main one, right? I think I'm going to go on the Narc Bully channel next. Or should I go on the podcast channel next? I don't know. You know what I'm saying? I'll let whatever mood I'm in the moment dictate that, or I might get on TikTok. Who knows? You know what I'm saying? But listen, just give it some thought, scripting, 369, three times in the morning or the AM, three times in the afternoon, and then three times, not three times, six times in the afternoon, and then nine times before you go to bed. It's not too hard, it's not that much. And just try to see when you're doing it with intent, if you start getting some ideas out of nowhere. And you'll be like, oh, wow, I can actually control my destiny. Yes, you can. Yes, you can. Okay? So, that being said, I'm not going to hold y'all any longer. You know how this goes. Love myself. Love yourself. And love God. I'm out.